Welcome to the WD168. God gives us 168 hours every week to live, love, and enjoy. This is our take on this 168 from the WD. Last week we reported to you that the small Armenian army was fighting the aggression of the Azerbaijan army, supplied with weapons from Israel, the Turkish army, which was supporting the Azerbaijanis, and by ISIS fighters, the ones that we label as terrorists. All of this power against this small country and their army. You need a scorecard to keep track of who's who, But today, let's add to the list a world that's being swayed not by the reality of what they see, children targeted and churches shelled, not by the reality of what they hear, screams and hollers of the innocent, but by what they read in a tweet or on Facebook. 4 weeks now that this brutal attack is taking place on the Armenians in ARTSAKH, and the silence of the world is deafening. Tragically, we're hearing the silence because we hear the words of our enemies. As Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King said, in the end, it's not the words of your enemies that we'll remember, but the silence of our friends. And yes, it is deafening. System of a Down put it straight out there. Silence equals genocide, because it's the same silence we heard back in 1915. In an event at the center of our WD life, at the St. Leon Armenian Cathedral here in Burbank, fans and people who could not remain silent anymore came by droves last Friday, while system band members Shavo Odagian and Can Dolmayan were on hand to sign t-shirts that proclaimed silence equals genocide, in turn for a donation to the Armenia Fund. Our primate, Archbishop Hovnan, was on hand to meet with organizers and system fans as they waited for hours to have their t-shirts signed. Sarpazan spoke to them about the reality of war, what's at stake, and necessity to be supportive of the resistance effort. He expressed his sincere appreciation to the organizers for bringing attention in such a novel manner and sharing his blessing with all of them. Through actions such as this, Sarpazan is reminding every one of us the importance of the word unconditional. Unconditionally, he's offering the diocesan headquarter complex for the relief efforts. No sooner had system left that another group, organized under the name Loyal to Our Soil, had a full-day fundraiser for the Armenia Fund. There is no time other than the present for us, all of us, to give our all. And as Sarpazan's unconditionalism is about pulling out all the stops, working together as a united front for the life of our people and to stop genocide in the happening. Give unconditionally. This is a life or death moment for the Armenian people. As the days go forward, it's becoming more and more apparent what we've known all along, that we have to rely on our own resources. Prayer is our means of connecting with the divine strength that rests inside all of us. Prayer is the means by which we connect with God, who resides inside you and me. Prayer services focused on ARTSAKH and Armenia are taking place in all of our diocesan parishes. In San Francisco, parish priest Father Mesrob Ash took the youth of St. John Armenian Church to the huge Mount Davidson cross, where they prayed around the simple yet overpowering symbol of strength through sacrifice. In YETTEM, California, the deacons of our diocese assembled for a pilgrimage led by our primate. Under a newly constructed outdoor arbor, Sarpazan celebrated the Divine Liturgy with the participation of the deacons and, of course, the YETTEM choir. Father Mashtots Keshishian, the newly assigned parish priest of YETTEM, and Myron Sheklian, the parish council chairman, ensured that everyone was comfortable during their visit. The deacons, before the holy altar, renewed their vow to serve the Holy Church with an original prayer written by Deacon Gevorkian. Check out the diocesan website to find a newsletter outlining activities of the Deacons Council. St. Paul refers to putting on the armor of God. Think about it. You know, we have about 320 deacons serving throughout the diocese. Watch the workings of this group as a grassroots movement for changes taking place in our presence. Prayers are part of our daily spiritual diet, and you can find an assortment of prayers on our diocesan webpage and social media pages to share with your family, especially with your children, young or old, or young people. Share it with your parents. Especially look for prayers for peace that are being offered on a daily basis to unite us around a common calling. Prayer is the unplug time in your day. Turn off your phone, relax, float downstream. It's a time to focus on what is necessary in life, namely peace. And understand we are part of that equation. As John Lennon once said, if everyone demanded peace instead of another television set, there'd be peace. My, haven't times changed? You don't find too many people demanding extra TVs these days, but we certainly have a list of demands. It's time we put peace high on the list and knock off some of the other demands. I mean, what's the greatest lesson you learned this year? To hone in on what is really important in our lives. Hey, sounds like the Christian message that the church has been saying all these years, all these centuries, doesn't it? Newsflash, when Jesus was born, the message was very clear: peace on earth, goodwill towards one another. This is not a Christmas carol. It's what we've been teaching. The In His Shoes Ministries and Bridging Generations group unveiled the Peace Now and Forever in Armenia and ARTSAKH t-shirt last weekend. Available in all sizes, round neck, V-neck. Here is a message that needs to be said loud and clear. There's no better way than by wearing it, as a reminder to you and to the world that this is as basic as it gets. Peace in Armenia and ARTSAKH, now and forever. The colorful logo created by Dr. Talar Tejirian and Soundbox Graphics is not only a statement and a wish, but also a quick way to engage a conversation with others and, most importantly, overcoming the silence. Come to the Bridging Generations table after church and pick up a t-shirt for yourself, for your family and friends. Let's get the word out. Hashtag Peace and Freedom in Armenia. And of course, all proceeds are being sent to the Armenia Fund. Finally, the YWCA will be awarding its Purple Tie Award this Thursday to 5 men recognized for breaking the cycle of domestic violence. It is a virtual event. Thursday, October 22nd at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, streamed and coming to you live and free of charge on social media. Go to bit.ly/Purple Tie Awards. Our diocese, in its commitment to justice and eradicating violence, is honored to have one of its own be recognized this year. Reimagining Hope will feature curated conversations with honorees and a keynote speech by the president of Family Justice Center, Casey Gwynn. Please join us online this Thursday. Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for making WD168 go viral and getting the word out about love and hope in our midst. I look forward to seeing you at church, online, and again next week as we take a look at that 168 from the WD.